this week's episode, we sit down with a very good friend of mine. His name is Zach Pepera. Zach, a journeyman plumber in the state of Massachusetts and a journeyman plumber in the state of Rhode Island while only being 23 years old. Insane. Never heard of. God bless the kid. He shares his story on how he became a plumber and his whole experience leading up so far. He also shares his opinions and his insights on trades nowadays and with trade workers and the future of the trades, how we can grow the workforce to become a most dominant workforce again. He also shares a few funny stories and a heroic story that you do not want to miss at all. And of course, we're joined by my good friend Alex, and we are also joined by my 3-month golden retriever. His name is Charlie. He was an absolute fucking menace on the pod. He just kept on biting people. He's young. He doesn't know better. It's okay. I still love him. He's still my son. He's still a good boy. So you do not want to miss this episode. Charlie's a good boy. He's a good boy.
I don't know if this is comfortable for him. He's squishing his balls.
He sleeps like all the time, like everywhere.
Alright. He's chilling.
We're chilling with my wife's couch. She's not home.
She's gonna be watching us on the camera.
She's gonna be like, why are 3 dudes on my couch? What the fuck? What is up, guys? This is Giago. This is Alex. This is my new son. Hang on, let me put him in focus. I don't know if you guys can see him. My new son. His name is Charlie. He's 3 months old. Yeah, you're a good boy.
Watch your face.
And our special guest today, good personal friend of mine, Zach Pepper the Pig. Zach, welcome, buddy. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having
me. We are cracking a cold one with the boys.
Oh, yeah.
And Zach, welcome. Hey, first of all, we're shooting this in my house right now, which is actually pretty fucking fun.
Is this the first time?
Is it? Shooting in my house, yeah. Because we normally do like mobile, so we usually go to people's houses. Mm-hmm. But then, like, you were like, oh man, like,
yeah, I got 8 people in my house, so
yeah,
that'd be wild.
It'd be a huge ass fucking scene, bro.
It'd be 3 dudes in my bedroom. that'd be
Respectfully, of course.
Don't threaten me with a good time. So
Zach, 23 years old, yeah?
23.
Journeyman. That's a huge title, being that young of an age, man. Yep. Walk me through, like, did you always want to be like a journeyman plumber when you were growing up?
No.
No?
So,
that's like the second person that said that.
Yeah, well, a little bit. So, I went to Bristol Plymouth in Taunton.
BP? Okay,
yeah,
shout out BP.
So, I'm from Rainham, went to BP. And then, I originally went for carpentry.
Yeah.
Because my stepdad's a carpenter. So, when I was 14 years old, I was like, oh, I want to be a finished carpenter. Thought that was like the greatest shit in the world. Obviously, it's not, because I'm a plumber now. But, so I did that, went through carpentry. Did all the shops, and then I was between electrical and plumbing. I liked electrical, but I had like this irrational fear that I was gonna go fucking colorblind. You know, like if I go colorblind, that can't work. What am I gonna fucking do?
Right.
So everybody told me, oh, we'll do HVAC. HVAC's, right down the middle. But I wasn't like crazy about it. And then I put plumbing as my first choice, and I ended up getting it. And probably one of the better decisions I've made in my life. But so got into plumbing, and then...
you got into plumbing at a young age, right?
Yeah, so we got our shops freshman year, halfway through, so I was 15 maybe. So 15 I got in the shop, and then, so yeah, from 15 to 23.
So you started going, like, what, to job sites at 15, or did you work out in the shop?
Bristol Plymouth, you have to be in freshman year and sophomore year, you're in school. So we did 1 week academics, 1 week was shop.
Okay, that's just like Diamond.
But Diamond had like two and two.
Yeah.
So
we did 1 and 1, and then there was some like weird weeks where we'd have like 2 academics or 2 shop, and then but so that they let you out on co-op your junior year in January. So the summer before I started with Sagamore, and that was like my first official plumbing company, and once we get halfway through the year, we were able to go back out. Buddy wants some beer.
my dog's gonna be an alcoholic.
Starting me off.
And so I went out in January. After that, I was really never in shop unless we had to be, unless it was senior projects or stuff like that when we graduated. And then I did after I graduated, I stayed with Sagamore. So from 15 to 22, early 23, I was with them, and it was all commercial. We did a lot of labs, a lot of hospitals, and then.
Is that something that you like to do? Right?
That's what I love doing. I like doing the labs. I like hospitals. I have my med gas certs. So that's the type of work I like doing. I can't stand multi-res work.
Multi-res sucks.
It does.
Especially in Boston.
Dude. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
It's just, I don't know, I don't want to go to the same room and do, water pipe 280 rooms. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't, you get bored. And I kind of like the challenge from it. So I did a lot of labs once I got the certifications for it. And then a lot of hospital work. I was down at St. Luke's for a while, Cape Cod Hospital and Falmouth Hospital. I was down there a while.
Yeah.
Did a lot of work.
Yo, you're like it's crazy because you're super young.
Yeah.
But you're like set, you know what I mean? 23 years old already journeyman.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I wish like when I was like young like him, like 22, I wish I made like right out I wish I went into plumbing, and then I would have been like set, you know what I mean? But I was in culinary arts and I did a bunch of other jobs, so it's all good.
Hey, I started off in culinary too. I did Papagino's.
Oh, what? Were you a pizza maker?
I was pizza and grill. I did it all, but mainly pizza and grill. And then I did cashier. But chefing up steak and cheese subs, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken tendies, french fries. And then that was like my first job, so I started doing that when I was 16.
Dude, I love Papagino's.
And then, dude, we got breadsticks the other night. They were mad good. And, but it sucked though because that summer after sophomore year.
Yeah.
So I would work Sagamore 6 to 2.
Yeah.
During the day, and then I was doing Papagino's 4 to 10.
Oh god.
So I was that was like 4 days out of the week that I had like a double schedule. But like Papagino's at the time, I was 16. My whole paycheck was like $250. So I'm like, damn, I'm fucking rich. Like, so
balling.
Yeah, I thought that was so much money at the time. And but yeah, it was tough going. And then I didn't start apprentice school until after we graduated, so I didn't have to deal with any of that. But
so when you're in high school, they're paying you already though, right? Like your junior, senior. Okay.
Oh yeah. So when you're in academics, obviously you're at school. But when you go and work, they're paying you for a full 40-hour work week. And I got my apprentice card, so all my hours, all my work hours were counting. And then I got my schooling through Bristol Plumbing.
Right.
So we got 2 years of schooling, 2 tiers, and we got 1 year of work. So that's kind of how I was able to go for my journeyman license young and get it. So I got that. My 1 year is actually this month of having my license.
1 year?
1 year.
Oh,
Yeah.
big congrats.
Yep.
Big ups.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
My dog just fucking snuck into the kitchen, whatever.
What a rat ass.
Fucking, what an ass.
He's gonna grab the bottle of Johnny Walker.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, I'd kick his ass if he touched my Johnny Walker Blue. Fuck that shit. So, Zach, you've been in the trade for fucking, 8-9 years now?
Yeah, technically, yeah, if you count.
What's been, like, your most, like, memorable moment, I guess?
Memorable.
Yeah, it could be a
good or bad?
Good or bad. I like bad, because the bad one's always funny stories.
I got one of each. We'll start with the good first. Probably, it was me and this foreman, and a lot of people gave this foreman a bunch of shit, because he's very, he likes to, like, micromanage sometimes. But, like, once you tell him, like, dude, if you want me to fucking do this, I'll do it. If you don't think I can do it, and once he let me be, we worked great together. But, we did 2 full mechanical rooms at Falmouth Hospital by ourselves, pretty much, in, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. That was pretty cool. It was all big Vic pipe, and that was, like, more mechanical. And but that was really cool. A bunch of water heaters and stuff like that. And then most memorable moment, bad.
Because Matt Ryan had the cheese story.
Yeah,
I can't.
So probably, God, this is a shot at me. I don't think I've ever told this.
Oh man,
here we go.
Yeah.
So when I was a second year apprentice, I was working at the Sagamore shop, right?
Okay.
So they had a prefab shop, had a foreman in there, a couple guys. They would prefab like bathroom groups and all this other stuff. How did you get out of there? And then they'd send it out to the job site. So we'd get a bathroom group out, and all you had to do was connect the drain, connect the vent. It was already all piped, all torqued,
so simple
already
stuff.
tested.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so we could just drop that in right on the ground. So one of the PMs actually needed me to go to an Amazon building that we were doing. So it was just me. The guy told me like nothing, and I'm a second year apprentice. So like I'm like still like new. Maybe I was a third year, but this was like right after high school, and this guy like talking to him, explaining stuff. He just wasn't there, and so we go up to the roof, and then, first of all, it's like a 70-foot ladder, straight up just to get up. So I have my tools on my back, a bucket, and we had to cap off some gas lines. So he comes up on the roof, and maybe he was up there like 5 minutes with me. He's like, yeah, we got to cut this, cut that, cut that. We're going to press a mega press cap on this right here. And I'm like, okay, sure. And then guy gets off the roof.
Well, you know that gets all like he jumped off the roof?
Yeah, I wish. I wish he would. But
just like, all right, I'm out of here.
Paperwork to do. And so he gets down off the roof. And when he was talking, I'm like marking the pipes. So I put like an X if I had to cut it. Well, I ended up putting an extra X. So we had to get the meter shut off. And I ended up cutting an extra gas line that we didn't need to cut of, I think it was like 2.5 inch or 3-inch pipe.
Oh my god.
So it was off, so I cut it. There was like 3 of them in a row. Well, he only wanted like the first and the third cut, but he didn't fucking explain it that well, and I'm fucking new. So I'm like, oh no, I didn't want to call him because he said he had a meeting, paperwork. So I'm like, oh, I'll just do it anyway. Then he calls me, he's like, you all set up there? I'm like, up, everything's capped, everything's good, everything's cut. He's like, okay, well, I'm going to turn the gas back on. Turns the gas back on, and I'm up on the roof on the phone with him, turns it on, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, it's coming out of where I cut. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And now I know, but yeah, I ended up cutting an extra gas line. Wasn't the brightest moment of my career.
Oh my god.
You know,
That must cost you a fortune. Well, not you, but your company.
It wasn't that bad. I thought I was gonna get fucking fired, dude. I was like, dude, I just cut a fucking wrong gas line. It was off when I cut it and everything. But I was like, I swore he fucking, because I was marking them as he was telling me with my paint marker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cut the wrong one.
It was his fault. Fuck it. It was his fucking fault. That's it.
But we ended up, all we had to do was the way they had this building before. I don't know what it was before, like a Bob store or like a Kohl, something like that. And but he's gonna spill my beer. Oh,
Get over here.
And we ended up just getting a coupling, and there was like no hangers on the roof, so we just pulled it apart, put it together, and pressed a coupling. So it wasn't that bad. But I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, I don't know, 18 years old, 19 years old. I'm like, I'm gonna get fucking fired. The owner's gonna fucking hate me. I'm like, this sucks. But I've actually never told anybody that story who wasn't at that job.
Well, we now know that you're not gonna touch a 2.5 inch gas line.
Yeah, don't have any
Fuck for that. So you actually recently came to I wouldn't say my company, but the company I work for, RCL. And you worked at Sagamore for a while. A lot of people from RCL actually did work at Sagamore too, which is it's pretty mind-boggling how like all these people actually like came to. Well, I wouldn't say like came, but like I guess Rich worked at Sagamore.
Rich worked there. He was a PM, worked in the field. Mark was a PM when I was there, but I wasn't there when Rich was there. But so Rich and Mark are the owners. Matty Ryan, who was on the podcast.
Shout out to Matty Ryan.
Shout out to Matty Ryan.
Matty Ice.
He was there. He was a foreman in the field, and a lot of the PMs that are at RCL, they were from Sagamore.
Yep.
We're getting a lot of field guys now, but it used to be really good. But I think they're running out of work. I don't know what's going on, but they're fucking. A lot of guys are getting laid off. I have a lot of old friends who I used to work with hit me up, asking me how RCL is, and it's been great so far. So
great company to work for.
Great
company.
Good local guys.
Good local guys.
Shout out to Adrian. Don't let his wife listen to this.
Oh my god.
But after Sagamore, I actually left and I went to Fraser Engineering. So I think I talked to you about it a little bit, but so it was me. It was one of my foremen who I'm very close with, and so I was gonna be his lead guy, and then we had 3 apprentices, so there was 5 of us in total. And we went to Fraser Engineering. They promised us the world. You know, said they had all this plumbing work, but he has my sleeve.
Charlie.
And so they said they had all this plumbing work when they really didn't. So pretty much I want to say I was there maybe 5 or 6 months. Our gig going over was he was running the job. I was the lead guy like I am now at RCL. And then we had our apprentices. and that was great because like I was excited and I was like I wanted to teach them, and they came from the prefab shop, so they didn't really see the field a lot.
Yeah.
And so like I was excited for that, but the plumbing work never came.
Mm.
We were doing pipe fitting for a welder, a lot of Victaulic. There were some days I was hanging, doing like iron worker work, like we put in like beams for supports and stuff. And they're more of a pipe fitting company. So when they hired 5 of us, but they didn't really have the work for it. So I ended up they all left and went back to Sagamore.
Mm.
So I was there like by myself for like 3 months after they all left because I was giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, because they kept telling me, I talked to the COO, I was talking to HR, and hey, you said there's plumbing work coming, and that's what I came over here for.
Mm-hmm.
Is it coming? And they're like, oh yeah, give us till January. And then January came. Oh, February, March.
Just kept on pushing.
Yeah, that came, didn't come. And then finally we had like now RCL does like the cookout.
Yeah.
So they have like a Fraser
cookout.
Kind of. So they did it at Apex in Marlboro.
Mm.
So it was fun. We did like go-karts and they had a bunch of food. They go over like the profits for the year and all that. It was cool. They did it up real nice. They had like Top Golf suites there.
Oh, I love Top Golf.
So that was cool. It was like the screens. But so that was like on a Friday. I put my 2-week notice in on a Sunday. The Sunday the following, so Friday, Saturday.
Hey, for the party. Fuck you.
Monday I went to work, and all the guys who worked there told me, once you put in your 2 weeks, they're not gonna let you finish it. I'm like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Put in my 2-week notice anyways.
And you got fired that Monday.
Monday, I told the foreman, I'm like, dude, I'm probably not here tomorrow. He's like, they're not gonna do that. And the guy I was working with was good shit. He got on my nerves a little bit, but he was a good boiler guy. And pretty much, I told him I left all my company tools with him, my harness, my safety stuff. Said goodbye to the crew, and then we got out at 2. I don't know, HR called me at like 3:45, and she's like, hey, yeah, today's gonna be your last day. I'm like, yeah, I figured. So I ended that. Great company though, like I left on good terms, so
I feel like you have to do that.
That's also annoying how you give your 2 weeks into a company and then they can just cut you off after one day. Because if the reverse of that happened, like it'd be the end of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you just left
Double
one day.
double standards.
Yeah, for sure.
That's definitely how it is.
For sure.
You weren't trying to come on with that line. I'm a whole host.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had
lines.
I
literally
legit thought I had
today,
lines.
dude, you gonna have the limes? He's like, yeah, I'll have the limes. I'm like, well, dude, I don't really drink Coronas unless I got a lime. But I'm not drinking Bud Light. 'Cause I don't want the two of them to start kissing me or something. Fucking, I'm not drinking the Bud Light. So I'll drink the Corona without a lime. It's not too bad.
Man. I felt bad because I'm like, fuck, dude, limes.
He thought he had the limes too.
I had lemons.
He literally.
Oh, yeah.
Lemons are not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same. So you know all these guys from Sagamore that jumped to RCL.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan visited us today, and he said something about a story how you almost died.
Oh fuck! Yeah.
I want to hear the story.
So this was the story that I think he's talking about, because I don't think I came close to death another time. I probably did. At least not bad.
I don't know, maybe.
And so this was 2019. I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks before Christmas. So you know the Prestige Car Wash in Taunton? It's down by the 99.
I think so. Yeah.
It's right next to it. It's a gas station car wash.
It has those funky ass vacuums.
The free vacuum. Yeah. So I used to go there all the time. At the time, I had a Ford Focus. Her name was Abby. She was red. She had a roof rack on her. Dude,
hey,
it was
put the camera on me. If you fucking name your car, you're a bitch.
What do you mean?
Right?
Your car don't have a name?
Yeah, my car has a name.
Oh.
No, but my car, it's perfect.
Oh, is it?
Because, yeah. Alright, so I have a black Jeep.
Yeah.
Okay? So I name a BJ. Perfect, right? Like BJ, fucking
respectable.
My truck, Christina with a K.
Why Christina with a K?
Because if you think of a Christina, you think of a Christina with a CH, like child of God, good godly girl. Christina with a K though,
she a baddie.
Or fucking, she gets there.
Does your girlfriend approve of this or no?
Oh yeah, she knows.
She's like, yeah, I gotta go take a drive with Christina. Who the fuck is Christina?
So, yeah, so I had a Ford Focus, So I backed into the self-wash bay because I'd go wash it like once a week.
Yeah.
And I'm washing my car, have the trunk open, getting out my stuff, close the trunk, and I was with my current girlfriend. Well, not current, but my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Don't mess that up. Fuck.
You guys gotta fucking end that. I was with my previous girlfriend at the time. There you go. Cut everything else out. And she was in the front seat, and I was starting to wash it.
Mm-hmm.
So the free vacuums, and it's tumbling, so you get the ton of fucking crackheads, and they fight. Like they fight over the free vacuums. Like they will literally fist fight. And I don't know why, they just fucking love a free vacuum, free little sucky for their car. So I heard two guys yelling at each other, and
I'm sorry, it was just emotion because I've seen that before where a guy's like, I'm just trying to get off, and then just takes a half vacuum and just goes like that. I've seen it before. So
so I heard two guys yelling, and then I heard a truck rev up.
oh boy.
So I'm like, okay, two people are pissed off. I look back, don't notice nothing. And then next thing I know, I'm in so the car's backed in to the car wash bay. All of a sudden, I look back, and there's a white 2019 GMC Sierra coming right at me. And I don't remember nothing. Pretty much he came up all the way into the bay, on top of my car, pushed my car back into the wall, and was on top of my car, and the tires were still going. So like when I don't really know what happened. The cop said I got hit with the mirror. That a bystander told her. I don't remember anything.
You got knocked out?
Damn.
I don't know. I genuinely,
You definitely got knocked out.
No, cause so I remember him being from like me to the clock, and then I have no recollection of anything else until I woke up and I stood up.
You got knocked out.
And then I realized that she was still in the car at the time, and I got pictures too. Actually, you'll see the pictures and you'll be like, oh fuck.
We'll put these pictures in the.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to send these to you. And so I get up, and he's still his truck's on top of my car, and the tires are still spinning. So like I come to my senses, and I'm like, dude, she's still in the car. There's even a video too. You could edit that in. But so exhibit A.
Holy shit!
His truck,
dude.
my car.
Holy shit.
There we go again. So we're all the way back. My car was way up here. The tow truck pulling it out. $1 self wash. That's why I went there.
That's cheap.
Like
That's cheap as fuck.
It's $1 a minute.
Oh my
So
god, dude.
Wow,
That was
dude.
my car.
Holy
Oh my
shit,
God.
dude.
And yeah.
And your ex-girlfriend was still in there, right?
She was in the car while he was on top. I got her out so I pulled her out. The passenger door was actually like smashed in, like it was bent, so it couldn't open. So I got the back door open, and I pulled her over to center console.
Dude, what a fucking
Yeah.
So what-
straight dog son.
Yeah, dude.
Your girlfriend's probably thinking like he would never do that for me.
But it was
That's
fucking
insane.
wild, dude.
Wait, so what happened with that guy? Was he like drunk or high or like?
So from what I was told, so they actually took him to the hospital first, which didn't make sense. And like I was so worked up, like I had cuts on my arms from like glass and stuff, but I wasn't like
Hurt.
I don't remember nothing, and I didn't think nothing really happened. So they took him first, and then I declined the ambulance, and I went with her to the hospital. And when we got to the hospital, she got put into bed. He was in a different room, and so I'm just like waiting there with her in the hallway. You know how fucking one hospital is fucking horrible.
Yeah, horrible.
So we're in
Those
like
are
the
horrible.
hallway, and the girl cop who was at the scene comes in and just starts cussing out the nurses, like flipping out, because I wasn't in the bed, and she was like, "This fucking kid got hit. Why is he not in the bed?" And I'm like, I didn't get hit. I'm like, oh, did I? I'm like, I don't know. I had no recollection of it.
Right.
So they ended up putting me in the bed. They had to do like CT scans and whatever, MRIs, whatever all the tests are. We were in the hospital for like, I don't know, 10, 11 hours, 12 hours. And then from what I was told, the cop said the guy was like very apologetic. He said, put in this floor mat, and it held down the gas. And he started his truck, put in reverse, and he went back. But I'm a truck guy, and I know that couldn't work, because if you hold down your gas and try to start a vehicle, it won't start. It's a safety mechanism.
Right.
So I don't know what really happened. That's what we were kind of told. And he started it, put in reverse, and he just went straight back. Oh, there's even a video. I didn't show you guys the video. It was on the news, and the title of the video was "Crushed at the Car Wash."
Crush at car wash.
smashing entrance. So he was all the way across the parking lot, and then my bay's like right there. May have gotten stuck.
Wow, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I had like Channel 7, fucking.
You were famous.
Dude, everybody was reaching out to us. I was like, I'm not doing a fucking interview anymore.
They gave him like food bowls and shit. Like, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, so that I bet that's the story of Matt was talking
But you
about.
got knocked out. Like,
I
you hadn't
don't
been
know.
knocked out. You blacked out, like, knocked out. You don't remember the thing.
I don't
You're
know if
knocked
I
out.
got hit with it or if I just like, my girlfriend at the time said that I looked back at her, but I don't remember any of that. Like that I saw the truck coming and I looked back at her.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that.
That's crazy.
But I don't remember, like I don't think it hit me. I don't think the mirror hit me. I like got up off the ground and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, there's no way this is real. And then his truck is like still on, like spinning. In a. I don't even know. He was in the truck, so he was just on top of the car. And he's like, oh fuck.
He's like distraught, dude. The fucking highlight of the story is you got knocked out, blacked out.
Blacked out.
You got knocked out. Regardless, you woke up and then you went into hero mode and you saved go. I think
guess
that's
so,
honestly
dude.
like
I guess so.
Yeah.
round of applause for Zach.
Yeah.
Like fucking big dog moment right there. DAWG dog.
Yeah. But yeah, we had like there was like multiple news stations reaching out. And like I think that was Channel 7 that I just showed you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was a big thing. Like there was like Taunton Fire there. I think Rainham Fire assisted.
Wow.
And then a tow truck to pull his truck off of my car, and then a car to pull I don't even know.
Jesus.
But they ended up. The cop did tell me that if my car wasn't there, his truck would have went right through the wall, and on the other side of the wall is the like break room area for the people who wash the cars in the automatic thing.
Oh wow.
So he's like, she did say, she's like, you kind of saved like 4 people because.
Jeez, what a man, good man, what a man.
If the car wasn't there with how fast he was probably going, you gotta think you're backing across the whole parking lot. He was probably going like 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour.
That's insane.
And he probably would have went right through that wall into that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god.
But
now thinking about it, that's scary. I would never want to be in a situation like that. Fuck that shit. We went from construction to how Zach saved 5 people.
I have not been to that car wash once since it happened. So 2019, 2024, I've not been back since. And it's right.
You would never go back?
I don't. No, I will never go. There he goes.
Yeah,
I will never go back.
He's gone.
No, just too much. Not even like PTSD, but I get bad vibes from it now.
Nah,
I'd rather instead of spending $1, I'll go somewhere else and spend $4.
Yeah.
So
$4 car wash is the
$4,
best I know.
Yeah.
But it's $4 for like 4 minutes. That one was $1 for a minute. So you still have to put in.
You
money.
still put it's still for they hook you with that.
That's what they do, dude. They
It's
hook
like
you
the fucking
with the free vacuums.
Yeah.
All the crackheads come out, and then the crackheads start swarming you. You get nervous. You go, okay, let me go wash my car. Give them the free vacuums, and then the fucking truck backs on top of you. So
horrible.
You gotta learn your lesson one way or the other.
yep.
Oh man. So Zach, oh man. That story like fucking it's giving me like fucking like goosebumps right now. Like you guys can't see it, but I do have goosebumps right now.
It's yeah, dude. I can't.
It's scary.
I'm surprised Matt remembers it too. Cause I remember the job I was on. He was on at the time, helping out. It was a different foreman, but he was there. And I remember I called the foreman. I'm like, dude, like I don't know when I'm gonna be at work. And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I got hit by a truck. Like, he's like, what do you mean you got fucking hit by a truck? I'm like, dude, I was in the car wash and I got hit by a truck. And he's like, what? And I'm like, dude, look at the fucking news. Like, it's on the news.
I'm all over news, man. That's scary.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I guess I wouldn't put that beer bottle right there if I were you. He came out here.
You gotta teach him how to open the fridge and bring us another one.
Oh, dude, that's definitely he has like random like spots where he sleeps. Once you hear like a plop, like he's sleeping, like or he's laying down or something. We've had him for about like 4 weeks now. It's been like one of my best. I'm a dad, guys. I'm a dad.
Do I
I'm a dad now.
do I have time to get one more?
Dude, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, go get one more.
You guys don't want like a Bud Light or something?
I'll take a Corona with lime. You know what it is. Yeah. You
Alex, you don't drink?
I'm good right now, man.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Can I
though.
peer pressure you?
fuck.
You want the Corona, right?
Yeah, Corona. And then the bottle opener over there. Dude. Intermission. Yeah, I know. Trying to limit the biting. All right, we're back.
What is that?
That was actually pretty good
Yeah,
news.
that was on sync, dude.
Cheers. So Zach, you're still young. You know, you're not. I'm about to hit 30 next year.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking washed up.
Fuck you. I'm not. I'm in the part of my life, but my knees don't say so. And my lower back, fucking. We actually both have bad lower back.
Dude, I was telling you how bad my back was this week.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 23. I'm gonna need a fucking back replacement at like 35.
I'm gonna need like 2 knee replacements by the time I retire, guaranteed. Oh shit.
The wires.
Fuck that. Charlie, you know better.
Bad dog.
So
it's a common thing in plumbing, though, huh? Like bad backs, because it's just like the way you guys are positioned.
I think because like whatever I'm gonna say.
Now you gotta say it now.
Hey.
Tiago's always on his knees.
Yeah.
He's always bending over in front of Adrian. So he's always
hang on, time out. I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't go that far.
But like a lot of like, especially older guys too, like they were just always on their knees, like fucking plumbing.
Mhm.
And like you've seen kitchen sinks,
Yeah.
like the tiny spaces.
Oh yeah.
Horrible.
But you look at the older guys, right? Like, so I'm 23 now. So my goal is, I know I can't fucking do this my whole life. Like, I don't want to be. I look at the older guys who have been in the field, and they're just beat to shit.
Yeah.
So like, I know I have to either take on. There's a couple routes you can go. I think I've been. So right now I'm a lead guy. I'd like to become a foreman, run my own jobs, have a crew, and then you know, down the road, eventually probably move into like an office, maybe like a I don't know, not like Matt's position, but like a QA/QC or something like that, where I can still be in the field, but I'm in the office. Because I don't think I can be in an office full time. Maybe when I'm older it will change, but just going to the same office every day and sitting in the same chair, that doesn't seem.
Dude, I can't work in an office. Yeah. I can't do it.
No,
fucking God.
So we had a guy at our old company, and his title was QA/QC. So he did.
What does QA/QC stand for?
It's like quality control, something like that. I don't even know what it stands for. But yeah, I'll wear my sweatshirt, little buddy. And so he had an office at the shop, and he'd be there 2 or 3 days a week. But then he was also going out to the field, helping out foremen, you know, doing layout for foremen, how to help them out. So eventually down the line, that's what I want to do. But I definitely want to run work, and that's definitely in my.
Do you?
So wait, so how
Okay.
does it usually work, right? So when you start off as like a student, you're an apprentice, or is
Yeah,
apprentice?
so we got, in Mass, it's a 5-year apprenticeship. So you do 5 years as an apprentice, and then you can go and take your journeyman test. So once you're a journeyman, you're licensed. And then if you want to take that a step further, you can become a master plumber, which all that really does for you is let you hire people. So like if I were to start my own business, you can hire people like legally. So
No one at the table bullshit over there.
yeah. So I'll probably keep. I'm going for my Rhode Island journeyman right now.
Big ups.
Big ups. Hopefully I get that.
You're gonna get it.
I hope
You're
so.
gonna get it.
If I don't get it and fucking who gets it, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Fuck it, we'll say his name. Ryan, if you get this, Ryan, if you fucking get this, if you score a 70 on this
And I
test,
score 68. I'm gonna be pissed at you. And
we're fighting.
I'm gonna sabotage him at work.
We're fighting.
I'm gonna put marbles in the boiler for him. So fucking the thing never starts up. But yeah, so you do a 5-year apprenticeship, and then you can go for your journeyman. When you're an apprentice, I was doing school, so twice a week. It'll be from like 5 to 9, and then that's only for like, it's not all year. It's kind of like the school year for like kids.
Right.
So I did Bristol Plymouth for night school. I did Diamond for night school, and then I did Cape Cod Tech right over the bridge, because that was during COVID, and I hate online. Like I just can't.
It's hard to focus, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm so bad with it. I'm like, I'm okay with like computers, but like I hate that, and like I took it like seriously. So they were the only ones doing in person during COVID or end of COVID, whatever it was. So I ended up going to them to finish it out, and then when I got my journeyman, so.
So you're a journeyman right now. You're not really thinking about going the master route. You're thinking more like
is
foreman the next kind of like step.
Yeah. So usually you can either just be a worker, and that means you're just a journeyman. So you're a licensed guy. You run I might have like 2 apprentices with me, or I got Tiago with me, best apprentice on our job right now.
Big ups!
There we
go.
Big ups! Fuck yeah!
And,
Charlie, stop fighting him. Piece of shit.
Go get your toy, bro. Go get your toy. Yeah, go get that. Go get that.
Trying to have a conversation.
So
Jesus.
So usually what guys will do is you'll be a worker for a few years, and then you can, if you want to, start running work, which comes with a lot more. Obviously, you get paid more. You can get a company truck and stuff. All that, all the high values everybody wants. But then again, if a GC calls you at 6 o'clock at night, you're answering the phone, you're doing the orders, you got to do manpower. You're kind of planning the job out, and so I want to wait. Give it like 6 months, a year, and I think that's when I'll be set. I kind of want to have a house first before I start doing that. So.
Hang on. I'm gonna put him in his quick. Charlie, you're a bad boy right now. Can't let Daddy work.
I have a strong feeling we're gonna put him in here. He's
gonna start crying. I know.
He's gonna come right back out. So.
You ever see that SpongeBob meme? Of like, you can't do the crime. Don't. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Closes the gate.
All right, so you guys got me for 10-ish more minutes.
10-ish more minutes, alright.
We gotta go rapid fire.
Fuck. I'll start just shooting off names. You tell me one word about them. Ready?
Alright.
Brian.
Shitbag. No, good guy.
Alright, we're deleting that. Actually, we'll do that, but I'll pick different names. Alright, ready? Myself. One word.
One word?
One word.
Driven.
Driven? Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Matt. Ryan.
Matt. One word?
Yep.
Leadership.
Leadership.
He has very good leadership. He's very good with that type of being that type of.
That's for a fucking word, not a letter.
Oh. Okay, guy.
Devin.
Devin Heon?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Your voice cracked on that one. Just saying.
Devin Heon. That's. Oh. Witty.
Witty.
He always has a response for something.
Sound like
I like that. I fuck with Devin.
Dude, Ryan Cheatham worked at Sagamore too, right?
I don't know him very
Okay,
well.
alright. Fucking. No, not fucking. Ryan Cheatham, we love you. We love you, Ryan Cheatham. Jaden.
Jaden Cologne?
Yeah. Which, by the way, Jaden, you better fucking come on this pod. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Jaden. One word. I want to say like.
You want to say two?
Yeah. Well, like it's not. It's just a friend. Like chilled out. Like he's always chill. Like he's never
always
like
chill.
he's
Yeah.
never stressed about fucking anything. Like that's a good quality to have. Mark. The front wall. So about him or like.
One word.
What it just comes to mind when I think of Mark.
When you think of Mark.
I just think of real estate.
Okay, that's
But
2 words.
That's one word. Real estate is one word.
No, it's not. Real estate. Like hello.
Or like he's very business like savvy.
Okay.
So.
Again, 2 words.
Oh, okay. I didn't pass like the 3rd grade, so.
And Rich.
Rich. First thing I think of when I come
Dude,
to
just fucking one word that comes to mind.
I think of his boat, dude.
His boat?
His boat.
His boat's fucking.
It's
actually
a quick side story. So,
Alright, go ahead. We love side stories.
So I bought a boat last year. I showed you pictures of it.
You did.
You guys will be out on it. Going to the Tipsy, going to the Cove, right in Fall River too. So we'll just all sleep at Tiago's house. Don't gotta worry about driving too far. His wife is gonna be fine. She'll stay on the couch. We'll stay upstairs. So Rich has it's a sick boat. I think it's a Felon.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know boats, so like.
And, so I'm just getting into it, but I know. I think I saw on social media he went 103 in his, and that's like it's like a factory boat. I think he has 4 or 5.
He has 4.
So 4 450s on it. The thing makes like 2,000 horsepower. Like it's crazy. Like that thing flies.
He went to Key West a couple of weeks ago, and they have like a boat show out there. Bro, the speed that he was going on.
So they do a poker run at Tipsy.
They do.
That he was a part of. I don't know exactly how it works, but pretty much there's just multi-million-dollar boats, and they all go. You have a drink or two, get food.
Let them out.
And it's like a charity event, and then all the boats will go from like Tipsy Seagull to like Newport to somewhere else, and it's cool though, like to go down and see all the boats and stuff. But I've seen Rich a few times down at Tipsy, and he definitely when his boat pulls up. It's
massive.
It's a showstopper. Like
dude,
is
it $1 million boat? Last time I heard it was $1 million boat.
I think the base price on that with what he has spec'd out, just the motors, just the outboards he has on it. But then I bet he has the speakers and the lights.
He definitely.
I bet the cushions and stuff, like he did that up really well.
Yeah.
But that whole boat, it's pretty much a speedboat.
Yeah.
But it's a center console, and he could if he wanted to fish off of it. So I mean, it's like an all around boat. You can party on it. You could go fishing off it. I bet. And I mean, I know he's taking that thing from up here and he brought it down to Miami, and he does some cool trips with it. They do that on he posted on the Dirt X Instagram.
Yep.
So that's really cool.
Dude, I would love to go on that boat, but I'm afraid of the water. I'm so scared of the water.
Really,
I
dude?
swear
You're gonna
to
have to, when we're out on the boat, you're gonna have to get
I gotta wear a life jacket, floaties, a ring. I'm like terrified because another quick side story about the ocean. I was.
Dude, you live in Fall River. How are you?
What does that fucking have to do with
You
anything?
live on the fucking water, guy. The water's right over there.
Your parents were born in
Dude,
Ireland.
fucking that's Cook Pond. Nobody goes to Cook Pond. Fuck Cook Pond. Quick side story. We were in the Azores. I was traveling with my wife and her family, and they wanted to do like something fun, something adventurous. They were like, let's do jet skis. I'm like, okay, never done it before in my life. So I'm like, I'm with my wife, who's also terrified of the water.
Really?
Yeah,
So two of you. That's good though, I guess. So.
And we both I know how to swim in like pools, but in the ocean, no, because I need something I need my feet to hit something, you know, like
you need that security.
I need some security. But so on a jet ski, we are way off the coast, and then so I'm like trying to turn. We go into this like photo op station. I'm trying to turn. And fucking, and like, you know how and I'm like leaning to like, you know, turn the boat. She's also leaning the same side. We top side. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like,
you had a life jacket on, I bet.
yeah. We have to have life jackets on, but she was freaking out. She was getting mad at me.
Oh, cool.
I felt like a piece of shit afterwards. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, like fucking, I just want to get back to shore. We just fucking pulled back to shore. The fucking guide, whatever, he's like fucking hundreds of feet in front, and I'm like, well, all the way in the back. It's like, dude, we're fucked.
Dude, so you're going slow.
I tried, but she was like, don't go too fast.
But some of my buddies have jet skis and like they'll rip like 80 miles an hour on those things. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy, he was like standing up, whipping like at least 80, like something like that. But yeah, that's why I hate the ocean, because I have a fucking I have a phobia too. It's like if I don't feel anything on the bottom, I feel like there's a shark like on my back.
Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? Like,
you don't really get sharks around here. It's just like great whites.
well,
and stuff. But no, like when you're on a boat though, like you're not really in the water. The boat's not gonna sit. You know, the boat's not. Actually, another funny story about my boat. So we took it out on Long Pond. So I bought it at the end of last year. Took it out on Long Pond. It's sea trial. I didn't want to take it in the ocean. So we just did Long Pond. It's a small pond, or it's a lake by us that all of us go to. So the guy didn't fucking tell me that he disconnected 2 hoses that are under the water, and it's for pulling water into the boat. So if you wanted to, let's say you were fishing, there was blood on the floor, you can wash it down. Well, they were disconnected. So we're out on the water. We're not partying, but like we were drinking and people were swimming. My buddy, it was my boat, my buddy's boat, and then a couple of jet skis, like 3 or 4 jet skis. Well, I'm like nervous because I'm like, well, it's like the second time out on this thing, and the first time we took it out, there was a little bit of water in the hulls, and I didn't know how I was getting in because you'll get a little bit of water over, but you got a bilge pump. So we take it out the second time, and I'm about to jump in the water, and I had like a feeling. And I'm like, let me check. I open up, so in the back where the outboard is where my battery, my pump, that's where all like the mechanical parts are.
Yep.
I opened that thing up, dude, and I tell you, there was water up to here. I stuck my arm and there was water up to here. So that's like, I don't know, 2 feet of water. I'm like, oh fuck. So I call my buddy over and I'm like, dude, there's water in the boat. He's like, dude, you're fine. A little bit of water's not gonna fucking kill you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, there's fucking water in the boat. I'm like, just come look at it. He gets in, he's like, dude, you need to fucking go back to the boat ramp now, dude. I kicked everybody off. I had like 2 jet skis tied up to us, so I'm fucking ripping the ropes off to get them off me. Telling everybody to sit down, put their drinks down. We were going back to the boat ramp, and the boat, so this is the back of the boat, this is the front. It was like this, there was so much water in the back. If we stayed another 5 minutes, that boat would have sank in Long Pond. So it was my girl and my 2 best friends. So the 3 of them were standing in the bow, and it was still, barely could get on plane.
Yeah, see? That's why I don't
Get back to the boat ramp, then we figured out what it was, and now I fixed it. But that wasn't fun. But you can't sink the fucking thing twice.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna sink again, dude. So you're.
I don't know.
I'm
scared. I'm scared now.
You know what I mean?
No, I can't wait for the first boat trip though. I can't wait for that.
No, I said we're gonna have to take out Philly, dude. I think like me, my girl, Philly, his wife, you, your girl. Take out Alex. Dude, we should do a podcast on the water. That would be kind of.
Yeah, dude.
We could like interview people.
But
Well, like drinks are flowing. You know, fucking Rich pulls up in like his fucking $1 million boat.
then we do a podcast on Rich's boat.
But you know, when we ask people, like, you know, what do you do for work? What do you know?
Oh, yeah.
I think that would be really sick.
That'd be cool.
Like Rich, how did you
And
get
the Tipsy's like its own vibe in itself. Like
I love the Tipsy.
It's even driving there and drinking. It's a totally it's a great vibe.
Oh,
This kid's knocked right now.
yeah.
He's out
He
like
was
a
sleeping
light.
on the car ride, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know that you have some questions for us.
Yeah. So
I love this. I
Let's
love
go.
this voice.
I don't know what was asked yet. So I made up a couple,
Alright.
but
That's fine. We'll answer all the questions again.
okay. So even if it was answered, but so I'll start with this one. So how did the two of you meet in
real life?
In real life. So like what? How did the two of you meet, and what for the two of you like were like, yo, we want to make a podcast?
So, our story, our friendship really begins like in high school. He was a junior. I was a freshman, and we took the same bus.
Oh shit.
So, and
Shout out to Miss Tremblay.
Miss Tremblay. I don't know what she's doing now, but craziest bus driver ever.
I don't even know if that was her real name, or if that was just a bus name, or what that was.
It was the bus name, but I feel like she owned it. She was like, "Fuck it, I'll do whatever I want. Fucking do 80 down at Bombway." So we met in high school. We were on the same bus. Alex was a really quiet kid. He always had his hoodie on.
Emo, long hair, didn't want to be
Oh,
seen.
yeah?
that
Yeah,
whole
Like
sort of
Green
thing.
Day like music playing
Hell
with
yeah.
the headphones that came down. The
Yeah,
AirPods weren't a thing.
but he was also not a morning person too at that
No.
time. He hates the morning. And then we started becoming friends because I was in the culinary arts department at my vocational school in Diamond, and I used to bring food all the time on the
No
bus.
shit.
So he would always come up to me. He's like, "Come to the back." I'm like,
Oh yeah, fuck, you're a little
I'm like-
freshman, dude.
and I'm a
so-
freshman. I'm like,
You're like, okay.
I'm like, okay. So he's like, "What do you got?" And so I opened up the thing. He's like, "Oh, cool. Can I have some?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, have some." And I think Alex became my friend because of my food at
Yeah.
first, but then it grew into like a brotherhood.
It was
Yeah.
definitely the gateway drug.
100% a gateway drug.
Yeah.
But we
The bus driver probably thought you was going back there and you were doing
the bus
drug
driver.
deals.
Oh man,
Really, it was just food deals.
There was,
Look at this fucking cupcake I made.
there was a bus driver. His name was Ed, and old bastard, old timer. Hated him. He caught me like giving food out. He's like, "No food on this bus anymore." And I was in my junior year, so I was in my fucking like prime of high
Yeah.
school. So I was like, "Ed, get fucked," like that.
His name was Ed?
Yeah, his name was Ed.
Oh fuck, just like Ed fucking
yeah,
Slim.
hey, Ed at the fucking. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Go fuck yourself. But Alex and I's friendship really started at high school, and then to answer your second question,
So
how
it's been like over 10 years.
over 10 years.
Yeah.
We've had like a friendship over 10 years, but recently, like I texted him, and I'm like, "Hey, let's I want to start doing a podcast." Because out of all my friends group, like no disrespect to any of my friends, I love all my friends equally, all the same, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, but out of like everybody in my friends group, Alex has that creative mindset, but he's also like kind of like a philosopher type thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like the blunt, brash. I don't give a fuck what I say.
Mhm.
I don't think before I talk. He thinks like he's a cerebral thinker. So he's kind of like the yin to my yang. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but the whole podcasting thing, I texted him one night. I'm like, "Hey, I want to do a podcast," and he was 100% on board. He's like, "Fuck
That's
yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it."
yeah.
So, I think that's how it all started. You have any input?
That was good, man.
No, fuck,
You
no,
covered all
no,
of that.
that was a good explanation.
Yeah.
I'm a guy.
So the second question is this is 2 out of 3, but so what goes in behind the scenes? So I know there's editing, but like do you guys also do the video, you do the sound, the light setups, like what goes in behind the scenes?
A lot.
I think a lot of it comes down to even just like scheduling. And
I think because a lot of it comes down. I think definitely scheduling because like trying to find people, especially like interesting people, like to have on the pod. Not saying that interesting. You are interesting, but
No, I'm a shitbag. That's
but just I think scheduling and like finding time for like people that we want to like we want to like interview or like have on our episodes, and we don't want to do all RCL, which no disrespect to RCL, I love the company, but I like to like branch out and like see other people. But oh man, fuck, I lost my train of thought already.
So like editing or
okay.
Like
so
when you go through it after, like how long does that take? Is that like you do that one night? Is that like a multiple night thing?
it's definitely a multiple night thing because of like the way my schedule is and his schedule. We both work full-time jobs, and so like we do this and like we record it, we have to upload it to our computer. Then we have to do the editing process, which means like, you know, going over the audio, going over the video. Then we gotta make clips.
Yeah.
Then we gotta post on social media. Then we gotta publish the long
That's
format.
awesome that you do the social media. Social media is such a big tool in that.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%. And so we do the clips, and then we do the long formats, and we just like, okay, here you go. Like, hey, we usually like put the clips out first, then we'll put the long format, so that way people are like, oh shit. So, which by the way, guys, that brings me to the plug of the day. Follow us on these social media icons. Click the link below to follow us all here. You will not regret it, I promise you. And I hope we get merch out soon.
That would be sick. Hats.
Well, that's what we've been
Hats
debating.
and hard hat stickers, dude.
Yeah,
that would be
so
sick.
we were talking about that.
That would be sick to bring 10 of them to a job site and everyone
Sell
throw
for
them on
like
it.
$250.
But
Fuck, you gotta make money.
But that's the
Yeah, I
thing.
mean,
What goes on the sticker though? That's sort of what we've been.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like
I'm gonna put the white truck in his Ford Focus.
Wow. Maybe like
That actually would be cool. Every episode, that person. Gets
Yeah,
their
so
own-
like Matt's thing was
unicorn, right?
Huh?
The unicorn. Was
Yeah,
that
so
the
he
unicorn?
said something about like the rare apprentices that actually like do work, like myself. He calls them unicorns in the business. So I'm like, Alex, I'm like a unicorn with a hard hat. Boom, done.
That's
a sticker.
Have it wearing like a Too Legit shirt.
Yeah.
Like, that would be pretty sick.
We're gonna have shirts. We're gonna have everything, guys, and I'll make sure that like you get one.
Definitely the trucker hats, or like I like this style hat. But
Yeah, that's
This is,
Like the snapback. Yeah.
yeah, so, definitely a snapback. But
yeah.
hats would be sick, dude. I'd wear hats all the time out of work. So.
Hell yeah, dude.
But my last question is, so let's say a year from now, right? Where do you guys see the podcast being at? Like genuinely.
Wow.
So obviously, coming from brand new, starting it, a year down the road, where do you see you guys being at?
Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, I haven't even.
That's looking into the future, dude.
Yeah.
A lot can change in a year.
Yeah.
I always
feel
go.
like a lot has changed even from our first episode.
Oh my
that we
God.
had. Just
So much has changed. Like we never had these lights.
Yeah.
We never like we figured out like the whole entire phone thing too, really down to a T.
Yeah.
And then I like trained my ass off like video editing and audio editing too. So
And even just like microphones. I mean, we don't have them right now, but we have mics that are gonna get clipped on, so the audio is eventually gonna sound better too.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, man, because we sort of started off just fucking around in my room, just talking about random shit.
Yeah.
And then we kind of niched down to sort of construction and plumber talk.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're at RCL now, like Tiago was kind of talking about going and talking to other companies too. So it's like maybe even us going to like trade shows and being sort of like entertainment people in this sort of industry that kind of, because my whole thing with this is just like blue collar is so important, like the services and plumbing and all that sort of stuff. And so many people are going into sort of like they want to work in offices and technology and all that sort of stuff. So it'd be kind of cool to just go into like, different, businesses and stuff like that and kind of get people into it.
Yeah.
But more from like an entertainment perspective.
yeah, because a lot of like construction podcasts you see like I did my research, and a lot of the construction podcasts you see now, they're not like funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just super serious.
They talk about
boring,
like
dry.
work and everything like that. So we want to give like the construction podcast, but have the banter of like the full send podcast.
Yeah.
So and then kind of like mixed with Joe Rogan too.
Yeah.
So that's where we got our inspiration from. But we don't want to be boring. We want to be entertaining. We want to be funny. We want to be bash. We want to be brute. We don't give a fuck what we say. I almost said it. We don't care what, we'll say what we want, because when you really think about construction, like, they're not fucking watching their mouths.
No.
You know
But
what I mean?
and another thing with the construction thing that you're saying is, like, I forget what it was. I think it's like let's say 20 plumbers retire a year. There's only like 3 people filling those spots.
Right.
Yeah.
So in 5 to 10 years, dude, our pay rates are gonna fucking skyrocket.
Yep.
there's gonna be such a demand, and there's not. Even now, like everybody pushed. At least for me growing up, it was always pushing college.
Yeah.
And no one, if you went to a trade school, it's just because you weren't smart enough. Like, dude, you should see the math we do. The math we do at work, the planning, well, everything that's behind the scenes.
Smoke comes out of my ear.
But everybody thinks, like, you say, oh, I'm a plumber. They're like, oh, so you fucking do sinks and toilets? It's like, dude, I haven't touched a toilet in fucking 2 years. Like, I'm doing a multi-million-dollar lab. I'm doing, a $5 million hospital project, and that's what people don't see. And there's a ton of money to be made in it.
That's what Matt Ryan was saying too. It's just like a lot of people go into college and they're 6 figures in debt, whereas if you go into plumbing, it's you start.
And then a lot of people don't even go into their field.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. It was like 60% or maybe less actually go into their field that they paid all this money for.
Yeah.
And
it's horrible.
Yeah. But people used to look down on the trades, and I think in the next few years it's definitely going to switch because there's going to be nobody to do the work.
Yeah.
To have quality guys fucking do the work. It's not, you know what I mean? Not just a handyman, that type of stuff. And then to deliver like the product that the customer or the client's like looking for. Like if I'm spending $3 million on a lab space, I want what I want.
Yeah.
And to have a company or a crew that can give you that's really big.
Yeah, and you have to be able to rely on it too, right? If it's a lab, if it's a hospital, you can't really expect.
You can't hack it.
You can't expect to turn on a valve for someone's anesthesia and then nothing comes out. You know what I mean? Like that shit.
Exactly what we're going through right now.
But that's what I was sort of thinking too. Is like there's gonna be the big switch where it's like it's going. I think people are already seeing it with college, and it's kind of like not to say bullshit, but it's just like people aren't getting their money's worth. So it's like it's gonna go the other way, and we're kind of hoping to be on that sort of trend and
people are paying $140,000 to go to school for 4 years. Then they're graduating and they're making 60.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing?
Happens?
Yeah. What are you doing?
They want like a 10-year experience as soon as you get out.
Oh yeah, and then these people are complaining they're not finding jobs or all this, and some of the degrees people go for are pointless.
Yeah.
But and people are doing it, and the colleges are getting their money. And I think college is important, but I feel like the trades are very, very often overlooked.
100%.
Yeah. Especially because with the trades, you're learning something that you're actually going to apply to the job that you're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times in college, and I can kind of speak for myself, you take classes where it's like, in theory, it's interesting. You're taking sociology and psychology, but like that doesn't always automatically apply to what you're going to be doing, So people end up taking a lot of sort of bullshit things along the way, and you're paying money for those classes, and you don't realize it until you graduate, and you're like, what the fuck is it?
Pay up.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, we know you have to go. I think your girlfriend's getting mad at you.
Yeah. She didn't text me yet, so I'm doing good.
We are so sorry, Zach's girlfriend, that we kept him up. Don't worry.
It's date night.
It's date night. He'll make it up to you, I promise. Zach, thanks for being on the show, man. Thanks for coming to my house, too, by the way.
I want to name some people I want to see on the podcast.
Oh, shit!
Let's go.
So, obviously, Rich Leon, the owner of RCL, I think he would have some awesome fucking points just on how he, started the business, the leap, like, did he have a family? What was that leap of faith going to start your own thing to having it grow into the empire that it's becoming now?
Yeah.
I think you gotta get the twins on here.
The
twins. Jaden and Jaylene, you gotta get on here. I think that would be a good
fucking
podcast.
I want you two on this fucking podcast.
I just between the two of them are so good together. I think that would be a sick podcast.
Dude, Jaden's hilarious. He'll just drop the N-word. Like,
you already know I said Devin. I think
Devin Leon.
Devin's just so straight up, dude, and I think he says out of pocket shit sometimes. And I think he would have a really good shit to talk about. The dirt. So now Rich has that Dirt X with like the side by sides, the boat.
With Brendan.
They have a podcast. I don't exactly know the guys, but I feel like a collaboration with them that would be really cool.
This guy's got some good ideas.
Huh? So, like, I have a quad too, and like we ride and stuff. So I would like that would be a really cool collab to like see. And then down the road, I think you guys got to do like a pizza review with fucking Barstool Dave. I think that would be
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Barstool Dave.
Barstool Dave.
Dude, that'd be iconic.
I know this guy can one bite a fucking pizza. So
we won't get into that story right now.
But well, he's got. Have you guys seen his TikTok recently? He's got like Miss Peaches, which is like his new dog or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You got Charlie, dude. So there's a collaboration.
Kid's knocked right now. He's probably had too many fucking Red Bulls today, and now he's fucking home, and now he's fucking knocked.
Oh,
Like,
man.
he's just barely opening his eyes and go back.
He's like, you guys are too loud. You guys gotta shut the fuck up and end this podcast. And on that note, we're gonna shut the fuck up and end this podcast. I'm Thiago. This has been Alex. This has been Zach Pepper the Pig. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell
That was
yeah.
really good, bro.
I like that.